Hello, 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 all, and welcome to the Good Witch. Welcome home, my loves. Here we go. This is going to be an intuitive tarot reading for the signs of Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node for Cancer, Leo, Virgo, and Libra. If you fall in any one of these houses, this video is for you. I know it's not like you normally get it from other people, but this ain't what you've ever had. So trust and believe, find out where these are in your houses, and trust what it does for your life. My readings they aren't your typical. They're very much for guidance. We know the future so that we can change it, so that we can prepare for it, so that we can alter it, so that we can create it. We find out what the future holds so that we can create the future. Got it? Good. If you're with me when I'm right, click the like button, subscribe, and welcome home. Cancer. Okay, we're pre-pulled. Cancer, your oracle card is coming from the Moonology Tarot deck, and it is a full moon in Aries. A fiery climax approaches. So this is for that person in your life. A lot of you, it's a boss or a coworker, someone you work with that has a very headstrong personality that has been kind of bumping against you. And if it's not a coworker, it could be a classmate or someone that you work closely with, even if you're in business, like with a family member or a spouse, but it would be someone that you're working to build financial resources with. You guys are clashing, or you're getting ready to clash. It's a passion. One of you has a passion for the business. The other one has a passion for a person that's getting in the way of the business. It looks like you cut that person off and you find extreme success. I don't apologize for it. Some people just can't be, you can't allow someone to stop you from where you're trying to go. Don't let other people's demeanor determine your day, what you can do, how your work life is going to progress. That boss, that coworker, that business partner, that partner doesn't get to derail you. This is not your season to be derailed. Sometimes we derail for people, causes, family members, whatever, personal reasons that we have to derail occasionally. It's life. This is not your season to derail, Cancer. This is your season of freedom. You're freeing yourself from any negative energy and negative people. You're freeing yourself from the energy vampires, and you're freeing yourself from the financial vampires, and you're freeing yourself from situations that drain you. Maybe just like you got that job, you can get another one. Probably line that up first, but you can. Because nothing right now in this season is worth your peace, because your heart may not be able to take it. You can't take another disappointment right now. You can't take another heartbreak right now. More will come because that is life and the cycles of life. But how you handle it will be different later. Right now, you can't take it, and it doesn't look like you're going to give yourself the opportunity to, because not they may not know that you can't take it, but you know that you can't take it. So it looks like you're already, even if you don't realize it subconsciously, making moves to transition into something new. There's something that you're lusting after, something that your heart craves and your soul desires, and it is pulling at you. Reach out to it. Reach out to them. Reach out to, whether that them for some of you is a person, for some of you it's a career change. Cancer, right now you're in a season where you're torn between your heart and your wallet, but it looked like your wallet went in. And that's a-okay. If your heart is yours, it'll be there when you're done. Just be respectful of it. Take care of it, nurture it, but don't derail for it. Be honest with it. Because there's no reason you can't have everything that you desire, but be ready for the fiery climax. And just because it's fiery for them doesn't mean it has to be fiery for you. Listen to what I said earlier. We understand the future so that we can prepare for it. So get your words together, have your ducks in a row, know how you're going to respond to the questions that they're going to ask you. Don't let it upset you. You're rarely upset when you're prepared. So be prepared. Okay? Okay. After you get over this hill, just expect a lot of love and light and laughter, because that is what's in store for about the next, maybe not the next 14 to 15 days, but after that, for like the next 90 to 120, like the next quarter, after the next few weeks. It's love, light, laughter, and growth, even if it's not with the people that's sitting beside you now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, moving right along, we are looking at our Leo, our little, yeah, lions. I just love them. You can just eat them up. They're just so damn cute. But they can be a lot. Y'all can be a lot. Mm, mm, mm. Y'all can be a lot. And you have an oracle card coming from a different deck. You have an oracle card coming from the African Goddess Rising deck. One of my favorite decks. Beautiful. But you have this deck because your ancestors are pulling on you. I feel like there's quite a few male Leos that'll be watching. And you don't know what that feeling is, that tug that's happening at your heart, and you feel like there's something calling you to go to certain places or do certain things that are different for you. And you feel like you're yourself. But when you hear a horn, or you hear a plane, or you hear a certain song, or you hear a beat, it feels different, and you feel like you're inclined to do something else, and you don't really know what it is. You're like, I'm supposed to be doing something, but what is it? Those are your ancestors calling you. Let's see what they're saying. Mm. So, you have been the sun and the moon for several people for several reasons. There are people who are tied to you like a fetus to a mother. There are people, like, imagine your body. This is what's happening with you. And this is what we have to clear up in this season. You're laying, you're in your bed, You're completely naked. You see you. You're naked externally and you're naked internally. Your emotions are out. You're exactly who you are. Follow me. Flow with me. Breathe through it. It's uncomfortable. Now, if you've ever seen an umbilical cord, I want you to imagine one of those coming from your navel. If you don't know what one looks like, does it imagine like a vacuum cleaner cord, like the scrunchy thing? Or like I said, men may be watching that don't have children or have never seen one born. So look up what an umbilical cord looks like or imagine the vacuum cleaner thing. Okay. So but keep flowing, keep flowing. So you have an umbilical cord coming from your navel. And attached to that umbilical cord you have a cousin. Okay. So now see that same umbilical cord on your arm. And attached to that umbilical cord, you have a neighbor. Now see 3 umbilical cords right here around your neck like a necklace. And attached to them, you have your exes. See the ones on this side? You have your parents. You have your siblings. You have umbilical cords coming from your toes and from your knees and from your thighs. And each of these umbilical cords are draining precious life force from your body. And you are giving it to them because they say they need it. Because you feel they need it. Because you feel like you can live their lives better than they can. So you just keep giving. And you keep giving. And you may be right, but who's living yours? It's time to cut some umbilical cords. Keep the ones you love close, the ones who pour back into you. But then you find the most honest machete that there is, and those are your lips, your words, your thoughts. And you say to yourself that you cut them off, because a pair of lips will say anything to somebody that's not them. But when you talk to yourself and you lay there in that nakedness, be honest with yourself about why you pour that life force into them instead of keeping it for yourself. When you do that, you will either find peace in releasing them, or you will make peace with the thought of that's just who you are and who you're choosing to be. There is no wrong way. But either way, find peace. Don't try to be something that you're not. You might grow into that later. But right now, at this point, find peace with who you are. Ashe. Stop looking back. You can't change it. If they're dead, they're gone. Their physical body is anyway, because we all know energy is neither created nor destroyed, and death is just a transition. It's different for everyone, but it's individualized based on them and not you. Stop making everybody else's death and life about you. Grandma died. That didn't happen to you. That happened to her. She died. You did. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt. Saying don't dwell there because they aren't. They're not dwelling there. And we doubt very seriously if they would want you to. Like I said, you have ancestors. Ancestors are energy. They are vibrational. But they don't want you to linger in a lower vibration than they are. If they transition, they elevate. They go to a different plane, a different vibration. And whatever that means to you. But what they don't do is sit around and make you cry. Because for what? That's not what they did when they were here. You have some worries. But when you make peace, your nightmares will stop. When you make peace, you will stop tearing yourself down and comparing yourself to others. You are amazing in your own right and in the right of a lot of other people. There are plenty of people who admire you. You focus on the two that don't. And that's a choice. So either make peace with that choice, which I doubt that you will, or make a new choice. There's plenty of other choices. It's not just one. I do see that you're going to continue to be flaky. I would advise you against it, but I don't change what I see. And I do see you continuing to be flaky until, well, that's new for you. You get the opportunity to have a blank slate, completely blank, nothing on it, not even in the deck, nothing on it at all. And you have to build from there. Be aware of a Gemini. Be aware of a Gemini or a past lover trying to come back when you get this blank slate, because then the cycle starts again. But they will attempt to. And you keep praying and asking for strength. Please stop doing that. That's not healthy. When you play for strength, you got to struggle. Because how else would you get strong? How do you build muscles unless you work them out? These are not muscles we want to work out, dear. Stop praying for strength. Pray for peace. Pray for happiness. Pray for joy. Pray for all of the other things that you desire. You get strength. You'll have strength when you need it. You always have. Otherwise, you wouldn't still be here. Okay? It's lovely to be here, right? I know. It's a little harsh. But you were missed. Okay. Whew. And if you're wondering what I'm spraying, it's a Florida water, rose water mix that I make. Every candle that I make, every box that I send out, everything that goes out from the store is blessed and anointed with it. Make sure that you go check out those things at easyconjure.com. And there's some stuff down below, but really go check out the store and make sure you get the candles that you need. Because I don't know how long I'm going to make them. Y'all know how we do. I move like spirit moves. Virgo. Hi. Virgo. Your, not your visions, your dreams, your goals. As much fun as you want them to be, honey, they need a practical plan. And you're normally really good at that when it comes to other people. Sit down. Listen. Trust me, I get it. It's harder than it. Ooh, ooh. But you can. You have to get a practical plan in place for that dream, for that vision. And I need you to move in your Taurus energy. Some of you have some wonderful Tauruses in your life. Tauruses are wonderful in general, but as long as you feed them, they're fine. But you just need to find out where Taurus is in your chart. Focus there and be stubborn in that aspect. If you need an astrological chart, book a reading with me and I can get you one. Okay? But you need a practical plan. You have so much that you want to do and so many good things that are coming to you. And you are in your Queen of Disc energy. You're willing to do whatever it takes to get there at this point. You, for whatever reason, you're expecting yourself to lose. That's not like you. I'm a Virgo. That don't even sound familiar, y'all. But y'all are expecting, you want to do it, but you're expecting yourself to lose at it, and that's not what you should be fearing. What you should be fearing is massive success that you're unprepared for. Shit. Be a little slower to speak when it comes to emotional situations regarding your family. And you're entering your freedom era. Girl, that country come out sometimes and this pronunciation is just jacked up, but it's okay. It's all right. Be slower to speak with a Pisces. Be slower to speak with the water signs in your life. They're a little more emotional than normal when it comes to you. They're very sensitive to your words. For whatever reason, you feel like you're doing your best and you're trying to keep them from having to start over again. And you are completely ready to give them a practical plan for theirs. Save that for you. And be a little bit more gentle with them and allow them to swim on through their issues, their problems. Listen or don't listen, but don't over critique. If it's too hard not to over critique, just you don't have the time to listen today. And that's better than crushing their spirit. Instead of doing that, get that practical plan together. Virgo. In all seriousness, that was very serious and it's very, very true. And I think in your heart of hearts, you know that it's true. You have a deepening that's occurring. And you feel like that deepening may be a sadness, heavy, but it's not sad, it's just heavy. It's so light that it's heavy, if that makes sense. It feels good, but it feels like a lot of responsibility to be that light. Because you feel like you're being that light for other people, for everyone else. The truth of the matter is, you're going to be that light for yourself. Other people will see it and create their own. That should release some of the heavy the longer that you sit with it. And I honestly feel like you should probably rewind that and listen to that like 3 or 4 more times. And you probably want to order a peace candle. That might speed up this process. But if not, sit with yourself. Get a white candle, sit in front of the mirror, sit and be honest with yourself about your light and what is making you heavy. Burn some patchouli and some mother's wort. It'll center you, make you honest with yourself. Just as honest as you are with everyone else. And it'll heal places in your heart that you didn't even know were injured. Asheo, Asheo. Okay. Libra, it's a party. Libra, it's a party. Oh my God, I love your energy. Okay, let's go. Libra, your oracle card is coming from the ancestor deck or the African goddess rising deck, but for a completely other reason. It's not because you're getting the pull. It's not because you're getting the pull. You may be, but that's not why. It's because they have a message. Oh, you already got the pull. A lot of you already responded. Good job. Good job. Good job. Ah, long bubby Susie. Mm. You have such a good energy and such a good vibe, and you take such good notes and you record all of the things, but you feel such shame, such disappointment, such loss of love, and such fucking failure. But why are you so happy? Because all of those things are true. You are ashamed that you boasted about something, and it looks like a relationship. For a few of you, it's money, but for most of you, it's a relationship. You were boasting about something or are boasting about something that is going to disappoint you, that you are going to lose love for, that is going to lose love for you, that you will gain nothing from but the experience and the education that you had to go through to get through it. Now, with that being said, if you were wondering about your relationship, there's your answer. If you were wondering about your next move, if you should do it, not today, homie. Be still. Enjoy the party where you are. Every time things get good, you want to change it. Things are good. Are they about to be good? Because you've been through the bad. Lost a little passion for life, but you're known to have it. You put on that front, that show, that fire for everyone else, and then you go home and you feel shame. You put on a great face for everybody else, and you're passionate about your product and your lover and your life and the club and your family, and then you go home and you feel disappointed. Everybody thinks that you have the sun card, this happily ever after. It's perfect, it's picturesque. But when you catch your reflection in your rearview mirror, you feel broken. We don't want you to feel that way. Spirit doesn't want you to feel that way. You have nothing to be ashamed of. Life is full of giving and receiving, and you have been on both ends. Find your balance, find your mayat, find your sacred space, and realize that you may have taken, but you have given just as much. Nobody's perfect, and you made a mistake, and yes, you may have hurt them. They hurt you too in their own way. not justifying wrongs, but understanding that, unfortunately, dear, we're still human. And who's to say that when we're not, we won't still make mistakes? Forgive yourself just like you forgive them, and you will receive your harvest. You will go from shame to reward as soon as you forgive yourself.